Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome back to the Talos Principle. And we are just about nearly finished with completing all of the main areas of this world. So, let's enter World B7, which happens to have 2 stars and 4 sigils. Let's go. Now this area is probably, like, the most impressive area in all of the Egyptian world. Like, look at this. I just love the way this area looks. It's very open. There's also a time capsule there. It's very open. It has a very nice skybox for one thing. You could also get a lovely lens flare effect right there. Has a giant pyramid back there. And overall, there's just a lot of space to actually move around in this world, which is very nice. But we're not really going to be staring off into the distance for a while. Pretty as it looks, we have a few things to do. And I did do a scan of the entire world, because one of the previous worlds I ever tackled, I actually forgot about one computer terminal, and there is one extra monitor in this area. So far throughout this game, there's only been one instance where there were 3 terminals, and that was way back in World A. So, I don't know if that's actually ever repeated again, because it kinda has been a while since I have played this game. I'm just doing the walkthrough as if I were just doing, like, one area at a time, because that's basically as far as I could go, otherwise then all of my save data will be overwritten, and I don't know if I can remember all the puzzles after doing just a single test playthrough of the entire game. And I just feel like doing it one at a time, because it is much easier to remember everything so far. And yeah, that's pretty much my excuse. I suppose it wouldn't have hurt, but hey, like I said, I just like remembering only a few things at a time. It's just so much easier, and I don't like having to rely on walkthroughs most of the time. Except in the case of this, where, because I am making a walkthrough, I had to rely on text walkthroughs, and I just feel as though the visual effect is a bit more fun, because I like having fun. But this is the second terminal, if you didn't catch on yet. It might not look like a terminal, but trust me, it is a terminal. And it has robots.txt on it, which is a pretty amazing file, if you want to give that a read. There's a lot of stuff in this world. Not only are there 2 computer terminals, there's also 2 time capsules, which kind of surprised me again, because this is like the first time where I've actually seen 2 time capsules in one area. And there's just a whole bunch of QR codes too, like there was that one back there, which we just read. There's a whole conversation over here. There's just a whole lot of everything in this area. Even, like, out where one of the stars is at, there's, like, 2 QR codes over there, which is, yeah, there's lots of stuff. I can't remember if this is number 7 or number 8. I'm gonna go pick this one up first. I think this might be number 7.
How do you solve a problem that extends beyond your own lifespan? That question may be the essence of civilization. The only answer I can find is to initiate a process, to create an environment in which the solution will occur independently of yourself. But that requires a difficult sacrifice. Letting go of your desire to bear witness, to exist at the center of the cosmos. To participate in the project of civilization is to accept death. Oh, Alex, you're such a fun person.
I like listening to this person, so we're gonna listen to number 8 now.
On the first night, when I knew it was over, I went out to look at the stars. And I thought, somewhere up there are the stations we built, and the probes we sent out. Voyager 1 and 2, beyond the edge of our solar system, continuing their long journey through interstellar space, like memories of our ambition, ambassadors who have outlived their homeland. And then I thought, if they still exist, are we really gone? If machines are an extension of the human body, then so long as they continue to function, we're still here.
I don't know. I'd have to give that one a bit more thought. Anyway, here's a pretty great conversation, which you could read. Sheep's asking the question, the shepherd asks more questions. Sheep is a little bit rude. This guy's always right. Dog is just being dog. And look! It's Coco! He wrote a message here in the game. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that effect. If you have a few Steam friends who play this game, then sometimes you can see their messages, and I think that happens if you've played the game recently alongside them. And I like that. That made me really happy when I first saw that. I think there might be just a few more QR codes. I know of the fact that there's like two of them out there where the second star is. It's like out there somewhere, you can barely see it. I'll go read them once I actually get the star. And I think the first one I'm going to start off with for the time being is going to be this puzzle right here. And it involves a whole lot of jamming. We're gonna be jamming it out today with the Jammas. This one's pretty interesting, actually, because you just start off by working with one jammer for a while, and then you sort of build your way up to a couple of them, and if I can actually remember where the first jammer is, that would be fantastical. There we go. So, first of all, we have to pass through there, which has two bombs perfectly in sync with each other. Of course, parallel. And once more, around the center point, which is like at that little wall change right there, I'm gonna jam this one and just wait this out for a little bit of time. Now, standing on the opposite side of these jammers, once you have them separated perfectly enough, they'll beep at you quite a lot, which might be unnerving for some people, but in all essence, it's... wait, you won't get hit by them. Like, you just need to follow the one and head in its, like, same direction, as long as you don't run to the one that's, like, opposite of you. And just kinda go to around the center point of where these bombs are passing, and then just walk right by them. They don't go all the way to the end of this hallway, which I'm very grateful for, because that would be horrible. And I just realized I kind of forgot to do a very important step, but hey, you know, as long as I get to show one or two things off about the physics of these mines, that's important, because that step was kind of necessary in the first place. But for some reason, I always forget to go here first, because there's a set of keys. And yeah, these are necessary for one door. I'm sorry, but I had to show off the importance of the mines, and how you shouldn't be scared of them. Basically, the lasers that they shoot outside once they're sort of semi-activated gives you a general idea of how far away you can be from them before they'll actually pursue you. And if they start pursuing you, your fate is sealed. There's no hope. This bomb is constantly hitting a jammer. You have a very little bit of space to pass by it. So, we're gonna sprint right by, and we're gonna enter this room for a short period of time. It'd be kind of nice if we could just use another jammer to jam that side of the door, but unfortunately there are two doors and that's simply not possible. So let's just carefully follow this little guy and then shimmy right past him. A word which I use constantly is shimmy. Now the next area to get the third jammer is in here, and we need the second one with us, so we're gonna jam that door from out here at this distance and just make a little bit of a passing right by these mines once more. Careful not to die, because dying would mean I would have to start the puzzle all over again, which I do like to try to avoid. I don't really like getting stuck in puzzles or just getting killed by any of the obstacles, because that's horrible and that's just a bad walkthrough. A bad walkthrough in my opinion, so I'm gonna try to avoid doing that. And we're gonna not be under pressure or anything as we pass by the same two mines which we've been passing by for the past couple of minutes or so. Or probably less than that. I guess time is all relative in this world. Now we need to jam this door once again, and then we need to take all three of these back with us. So, of course, we're going to run straight through that barrier and then jam it from the other side, and just work our way from there. It's a very, very, very simple concept of the jammers, which is used time and again in plenty of the puzzles in this game. Obviously, exercised here once more, you should have a general idea of what to do. This is probably... I'd say this is probably the easiest puzzle of all these. Oh, actually, I take that back. This is the second easiest puzzle of this area. And if any of these puzzles in this area strike you as difficult, then that's probably not saying much. But I think the third puzzle I'm going to do is basically the easiest one of this entire area, and you'll get a chance to see that when we do it. And I could discuss more of my future plans, such as how I plan to look for all of the Easter eggs. There's 3 Easter eggs in this world, actually, which is kind of important to note. And of course, the 2 stars. The 2 stars I will be getting last. There's one in the 3rd puzzle, which I will be doing, and one outside of all the puzzles, but is involved with the 4th puzzle. So if you caught all of that, I applaud you. Now we are going to move on and take all of these 3 jammers with us. Ignoring those mines do not matter to us anymore. They are non-existent as far as I'm concerned. The only thing that matters are these 3 jammers. We're gonna start a whole jam band together, and it's gonna be great. Assemble the team once more, and rock it out right in front of Elohim. He's gonna be proud of us. We are the masters of jamming. We're also the masters of stopping miniguns from being able to shoot at you. And we get an ill block for our efforts. So that was the first puzzle. It was pretty great. Second easiest. Now this one, this is probably the most difficult one. A fan across forever. Oh boy, where do I start with this one? This has a couple of steps in it, so we're gonna start off by taking this jammer with us. And I just need to remember how to do this one properly before I do anything. So there's a hexahedron right here. And we need to activate this fan first of all by holding it down with the jammer. Not necessarily jamming it, but holding down the pressure plate with the jammer. And we're going to jump over to this area and not do that because I actually just remembered. I think I actually need a 3rd piece of equipment over here, which, wait, no, now I remember. Right. Ignoring my brief bout with stupidity right there, we are going to jump over here, where we can collect, a connector. We also need that box, and we're going to get that by holding down the button with this connector, and then transporting the jammer with us, like so. And then we will collect our prize. Sort of prize. It's not really a Tetromino piece, but if I can imagine it is, I can feel a little bit happier. All of this world is basically virtual reality anyway, so I can imagine lots of different things. I can imagine there would be like a giant elf over there. There isn't now, but in my imagination there is. And that seems pretty important to me. Right, the next step of what we're gonna do is we're gonna maybe hold down the fan. Actually, I don't think I really need to hold down the fan for now, but that plan might change sooner or later. What we have to do is, I think there might be another connector over here, and there isn't, so I need to get the one that's in here, which is a lot of fun. So we're gonna jam the door from this side, and, basically win the game. Yeah, that's my plan. We're gonna win the game today, and to win the game, we, need to get that one connector that's in there. Which does require a blue laser, but we only have a red... No, wait, no, there it is. Okay, never mind. We're gonna grab this. I'm kind of remembering how to do this one again. I'm kind of hoping that any future puzzles I tackle will not have me sort of partially stumped like this. We're gonna grab this connector, and gonna take it with us for a little bit of time. I know I need to leave like one that's sort of right over here-ish, I want to say, and that is for a certain matter of importance, actually. So yeah, we're just gonna leave this one here and take the first one with us. So grab this and then hold open the door once again with the panel activated. Grab the jammer, have ourselves a jammin' good time. The jammin'est good time, you might say. Ooh. Now we're gonna open this door like this, and we need to once more activate the fan. So let's use the jammer for a little bit of time. Grab this, and then if I'm doing this properly, I should be able to open the door from here, I want to say. It takes a little bit of interesting positioning, but you can open the door like this if you so desire. But thinking about it, what I really need to do actually is remove one of the hexahedrons. So we're gonna do that right now like this, and then activate this with the hexahedron. And that didn't connect it with the laser, unfortunately, because it is being just barely blocked. But I might be able to reposition this, and if not, then it is a sad day.